whenever I watch a Pittsburgh Steelers game, and they were on last night and they beat the Ravens 39-38, I become a mathematician. Let's see, there 9 minutes to go, down by 11, 3 possessions, carry the 4, divided by 2. Yeah, they'll win. They have Big Ben. That's how all Steeler games go for me. They don't always play great. They never play great for 4 quarters. They play down to their competition. Last night, they're the better team. But I'm sitting there watching fourth quarter down. I'm thinking, yeah, Big Ben, they'll be fine. And here's what's funny. And this happens to a lot of people. You get overshadowed by people that get more press, more attention, more love. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady for 15 years have stolen all the headlines. And by the way, they're great too. But you know what Big Ben reminds me of? There was an actor, and if you're in your 20s, you've probably never heard of him. His name was Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman, Marlon Brando was the sex symbol. Sean Connery, the sex symbol. Early in his career, nobody paid attention. Later in his career, Jack Nicholson was the sex symbol. Al Pacino, Bob De Niro got the press. Nobody paid attention to Gene Hackman. And for 30, 40 years, in the 60s, he did Bonnie and Clyde. In the 70s, he did The French Connection. In the 80s, he did The Furman Hoosiers. In the 90s, Unforgiven. And then all of a sudden you look up and it's like, oh, he was in the Royal Tenenbaums. 40 years of great movies. But it was Sean Connery early, Marlon Brando early stole the thunder, then it was De Niro, then it was Pacino that stole the thunder late. That's what's happened to Big Ben. He has been overshadowed. He's never been as polished as Tom Brady. Tom's almost political. Looks like he's running for office, says the right thing. He's never been as the brainiac of Peyton Manning. He doesn't go on Saturday Night Live. He doesn't have a comedic talent. He's not as likable and as kind of Midwest and Southern as Brett Favre. All Big Ben did last night, though, and this is why I'm a mathematician watching the Steelers game. 9 to go, down 11, 3 possessions, divide by 2, carry the 4. Yeah, they'll win. He threw for over 5 football fields last night against a rival, and again late in the season, and again on a standalone national TV game. Big Ben has never gotten the credit that he deserves, and it sounds crazy to say that. Do you realize his best month is December? He's played 54 December games. He's won 40 of them. Do you realize in his division, he's played 73 games. He's won 55 of them. Do you realize in late games, that means like the Sunday night big game on NBC or the Monday night game or the Thursday night game, he's played 56 of those. He's won 40. And they've often been against rivals, chippy rivals like the Bengals, or Super Bowl level rivals like the Patriots or the Ravens. I want to talk about something that's interesting to me. We have this in our head that the NFL season is short and urgent and every game counts. And much better than the other leagues. The NBA season should cut 20 games. The Major League Baseball season, outside of the owners, everybody thinks it's too long. But football is perfect. Every game counts. This season wraps up quickly. You've really got to be. That is completely false. The NFL season is now deceptively long. And I'll give you an example. Just take 2 teams. Take the Kansas City Chiefs this year. They start 5-0. They're the talk of the league. They rout New England. Talk of the league. Then they lose 6 of 7. Fire Andy Reid. He doesn't know what he's doing. Once again, Andy Reid can't win the biggie. Last 2 weeks, he hands over the play calling to a young coordinator, and they have scored a ton of points, and now they win this weekend, beat the rival Raiders, tied for first place. They're on their 3rd season within a season. Take the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, their season's remarkable. They start 2-3. Dak's overrated, sophomore slump. Then, oh, baby, they win 3 straight. They're 5-3. Dak, all he needs is support. Oh, then they lose 3 straight. Zeke's gone. I can't complete a pass without Zeke. Dak and Dunk can't do. Now, back-to-back wins, playoffs in their sights with Oakland, a beat-up Seattle team off another rival game with the Rams, and then Nick Foles and the Eagles. This season lasts a lot longer than people think. Just think of the different storylines this year in the NFL that have been sort of like marginal football stories. We started with the anthem controversy in the Colin Kaepernick story. And then that morphed into the J.J. Watt's hurt, Odell Beckham's hurt, Deshaun Watson's hurt, Aaron Rodgers hurt. That was the second big story. As the anthem controversy simmers down, now it's about the stars are out of the league. Then the third story was Zeke is out and Jerry Jones is going to sue Roger Goodell. That was about a 3-week story. And our fourth narrative this year is, oh, the game's too reckless. How do you suspend this guy? You not suspend that guy. The referees are over officiating the games. We've had 4 different storylines this year that have lasted at least 2 weeks, often 3. And yet this morning, we have a month left. We have a month left in the regular season. The playoffs are a month after that month. So when you just look at the NFC playoff picture. We got now Aaron Rodgers coming back, Zeke coming back in 2 weeks, Carson Wentz now out for the year. Atlanta was 8-5 at this point last year and got to the Super Bowl. Take a deep breath. When you look at this morning, Philadelphia is the number 1 seed. Now it's Nick Foles. Minnesota's 10-3, couple of toughies coming up. Rams have to go to Seattle. The Saints lost 2 of 3. Carolina, Cam looked really good in a couple of second-half plays yesterday. Atlanta, Seattle, Dallas, Green Bay, Detroit, all in it. Don't ask me who's going to end up, because the team I really liked for sure was Philadelphia and Minnesota, but Wentz is out, and how much do I trust Case Keenum? So again, you think the NBA season's too long, the baseball season's too long. We all agree on that. Just think of the stories, the injuries, the narratives that have happened so far in the NFL season. We got a month left. We got a month left of the regular season. And then we get the playoffs are going to be another month.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.